Hey guys, welcome back to Owl's Eye Tarot. Thank you very much for joining me, as always, and sharing your time and energy with me. Luna. This is going to be a general collective for Scorpio. I thank you for your patience with me. I think I'm starting to slowly get back on track here. I just had to find the balance between, the energy that it takes to do what I do here and the energy to maintain my personal life. Anyway, thank you for helping me do what I love doing here by your continued support. Thank each and every one of you who watches, who tunes in, who likes the videos, shares the videos, comments, all of you who have subscribed, donated, private readings. It all just means so much to me, your belief in me. Alright, so let's get some clarity and guidance for my dear Scorpios. Anything you need to know, my friends, about the channel is in the box below. Please keep in mind this is a general collective, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. Alright, the card that came out is To Be Fair. Reminds me a lot of the Justice card. So finding balance. At the bottom of the deck, looking up at me, is co-create. So maybe finding balance within yourself so that you're able to open up and be yourself with others. I do feel like you are trying to collaborate in some way with someone or have some sort of conversation, an important conversation that's been put off. I don't know, there's a desire to either talk to or work with someone. Your first card out is the Seven of Blades, so maybe it's to mend something or to figure something out. Someone's deceived you in some way, has you feeling, off balance and kind of fucked up about the way that things went down. Yeah, someone treated you unfairly, tricked you, deceived you, cheated on you, stole from you, something along those lines, lied to you. And you didn't see it coming, and you're very confused by it. You want answers. Shit. And I've been in those types of positions before, where someone has kind of done me wrong, and I just want an answer. I want a why. Very rarely are we at all appeased by the whys when they come, because when someone, tricks you or deceives you or lies to you, or there's never a good explanation that feels like justification for downright shitty behavior. Sometimes bad behavior is just bad behavior, a shitty person is just a shitty person. Not to say people can't change, not to say people can't have bad moments, but don't put too much energy into getting the answers as to why you've been done wrong, because I just feel like it was one of those things where this person just doesn't have the same moral compass as you. Your second card out is the Queen of Blades. Blades of Swords in this. Swords in a standard deck. But the Queen of Swords, she gets a bad rap sometimes. But she's been through it. She's wise. She's proud. She's aware. She's an observer. I feel like this card is very representative of you in this reading. And I feel like you have kind of been stoically silent, and have kept your head held high. You haven't stooped. You haven't retaliated. You haven't treated or lashed out in any way at anyone to make them feel what it is that you felt. You're quite the opposite. You don't want anybody to feel the pain that you felt when you're done wrong. It doesn't like harden you. It almost gives you a greater sense of empathy. Not wanting to ever inflict that pain that someone inflicted onto you. You don't ever want to, put that on anyone else. Despite the fact that, depicted in this card, I mean, you've been stabbed right through the head. Which I'm interpreting as this trickery literally felt like a blow to the brain. Like, it really fucked with your head. But you're staring right at the problem with your head held high. You want answers. Somebody here has definitely been done wrong and they want answers. Alright, let me get the rest of the cards and shut up. The Ace of Coins. The Knight of Elixirs, or Cups, Knight of Cups. Seven of Coins. And the High Priestess. Overall feel is the Hierophant. Crowning the read, we've got the Lovers. Underscoring the read, we've got the Hanged Man. Okay, very interesting. Okay, let's start with this. Underscoring the read. The Hanged Man. You looking at this situation from every angle. I feel like it's because you're really trying to see a justification for this deceit or this trickery. if you're able to justify it in your head, maybe it lessens the pain. Or what I feel I need to remind you of is that when somebody acts in this Seven of Blades way, this trickery, this deceit, the onus isn't on you. You can't find a way to take ownership of this. You did nothing wrong. You had wrong done to you. But we've got the Lovers here. You know, the reason that this hurts so badly, the reason that you want answers, is because there's still a lot of love attached. I don't know whether you're still with this person, whether you're in a relationship, whether this is someone that you'd wanted a relationship with, that you're in love with, whether this is a friendship, but there's love here. And that's why you're trying so hard to, in your head, justify it. Whatever it was that went down. I have a feeling it had to do with finances, because after I pulled the first two cards and was shuffling, I was thinking in my head, you know, what was this trickery? And the Ace of Coins pops out. So I do feel like maybe there was supposed to be some sort of collaborative effort. Maybe you'd given someone money to help them out with what you thought was a business investment, but they took advantage of you. You gave freely because of your love for this person, but they took advantage of you. Now, the Knight of Cups here, this is definitely the energy of someone else in your life. Someone who's been there for you while you've been dealing with this, the pain of this. Someone who's been there to pretty much allow you to cry on their shoulder. They've been a rock for you. And I feel like you're now in the process, or will be in the process, of gathering, getting back what it is that was lost here. Restoring the loss. Making sure that there's fairness and that there's balance here. This is very much like the Justice card. Your final card out is the High Priestess. So this is, you know, learning a lesson the hard way. But being stronger because of it, taking the lessons from it and allowing those lessons to fortify you, to open your eyes wider, to make sure that you're always making decisions with the brain and the heart in alignment. When I hold this card here, it looks like that's my head. Okay. But yeah, you're this is almost like when I said this was like a blow to the head. this trickery, this deceit. This is the healing, the reblooming. This is a beautiful energy. This is, I always say this with the High Priestess, it's hard-earned. It wasn't easy to go through. It wasn't pleasant to go through. But not everything in life is pleasant. Not all relationships are perfect. People do shitty things all the time. But I have a strong feeling that you have a way of trying to take on that blame. Find a way to blame yourself. Find a way to justify something. And I think it's because there's still a lot of love there. But the overall feel, being the Hierophant, is you seeking out that wisdom, you seeking that knowledge, seeking the logic. This person, whoever this individual is, who's there for you to lean on, you get a lot of counsel from them. If you're still having a really hard time dealing with this, reach out and talk to somebody. Perhaps a professional. There's crisis lines. There's even text. You can text. I think it's text home to 437-437 if you're really down and need someone to talk to. I'll find that information and I'll put it down in the description box of this video. Because I do think that you're having a hard time dealing with this. All right, my friend, let's read To Be Fair. Just remember, sometimes lessons have to be learned the hard way in order to turn us into the strong individuals that we end up becoming. Just don't lose your trust. Don't lose your empathy and your innate compassion for others. Don't let one person take that much control. Don't let one person alter who you are. All right, To Be Fair. This card is about balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Okay, the Oracle's message. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet, over time, they strike a balance. You move from being, from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again, to beginning again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. Life is a pendulum, right? If you're not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place, even the painful ones. All right, I'm going to read you the relationship message because This is definitely about a relationship. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There's much to be learned, and you will learn if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect with another, but make sure that this is a balanced exchange of ideas and action. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. You need to make sure this is a relationship that is fair to all. So I do think that's speaking on the fact that this is an individual that you love very much, and you're trying your damnedest to figure out why. It's almost like you need to unsee something that you've seen because you want to still maintain. And like I said, that's a very painful position to be in. I'm going to also read the protection message, my friend. Injustice and inequity are part of life, but they do not have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted and fairly addressed. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else, or are called to answer for a personal slight. You will be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. Remember that. This card also could indicate a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose your cause and commit to it, because you can make a difference. One thing is for certain. If fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. Beautiful. So yeah, remember, don't ever lose that innate kindness and empathy and courage that you have. And it's very beneficial to help others who are in the position that you're in. There's a lot of intelligence, stoic logic, fortitude, pride in you. So this could be a chance to build up others. And in the process of that, fill voids in your life. Shift attitudes and perspectives. Begin to manifest what it is you want and deserve into your life. And co-create with Source. Co-create with yourself. Co-create with love, with the friends who are there for you in the good times and the rough times. And also know that a lot of the answers that you seek, the guidance, the counsel that you seek, can be found within you. You are that Queen of Blades. To be fair. All right, my friends. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you again for joining me. I always appreciate it. I will see you guys back here in a couple weeks. And until then, take good care of yourselves and those around you. And we'll talk again soon. All right. Bye, friends.